Hey guys, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing good out there today. Much appreciated you guys taking a few minutes to check the video out. And got a really good video for you guys today. I'm going to share with you guys what I think is probably one of the most little known key fall baits that you can possibly throw that's in your tackle box. It's known by a few people. Not many people really consider it a fall bait, but I'm going to show you what it is and give you guys some tips and advice on how to catch some fish with them. So before we get started, just got a couple different things I need to go over here with, just sort of some updates in it. If you guys know, I got my my new boat and truck a couple weeks ago, and tomorrow I'm going to go get it. Actually, today I'm on my way to go get it picked up from being wrapped, and I'll give you guys a full walkthrough with that this week, and pretty excited about that. Also, if you guys hadn't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, please do so. I'd like to invite you to do that. Got a big giveaway coming up when we hit 45,000 subscribers of cases of beef jerky, Seaguar fishing line. It's going to be a good deal for that, so that'd be much appreciated. Also, if you guys are interested on any on-the-water lessons with me, shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler. And one final thing, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, becoming a member of the channel, you can go on my main page, click on Intuitive Memberships, and we got different membership packets, stuff like extra videos every week that's not seen by the public, access to my personal email address for your questions. And if you just want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, that's a great way to do it. Me and my family would be much appreciated. Okay, here it is, guys. What I'm going to show you guys what, in my opinion, is the most overlooked bait that you can have in your tackle box for fall, and that is a small 1/4 ounce lipless crankbait. Vibration lipless crankbait. And I'm going to explain to you different ones. There's a lot of different ones that I use out there. This is the 1/4 ounce Megabass Vibration X. Also, if any of you guys are interested in ordering these Vibration X's, Bait Works here in Springfield, Missouri carries them. I'll include the description, the link in the description here in this video. If you guys want to order some, they got them there, good selection of them. But as far as the size goes, there's a lot of different brands. Here's a Cordell Spot, which is a real good one, 1/4 ounce, 1/4 ounce rattle trap. Most companies make it, but basically you want the 1/4 ounce size. Now, the reason for this, first of all, and I'm going to explain to you, the overall why this thing works so good in the fall time of the year, is that in the fall time of the year, one of the things you'll notice, you have a lot of different shad sizes because these shad have spawned throughout the late spring, all summer long, and you have varying shad sizes, anywhere between tiny, like an inch long, up to 3 inches. But what I found out in the fall time of the year, when you have a combination of slowly dropping water temperatures and slowly dropping lake levels, which are pretty common as you get into October. Normally, a lot of the lakes are starting to get drawn down from summer pool. They're starting to cool off a little bit. We're starting to get cooler nights at night. And the combination of those things make these small lipless crankbaits really good once you get in those situations. So I always have one on that works in clear water, dirty water, in between, whatever. I don't care if you're in Florida, if you're in the Ozarks, or if you're up north. These are excellent baits for the fall time of the year. There's two different scenarios that I like to fish them in. First of all, one of my favorites is to go to the back of the creeks and coves on the lake. Someplace, and I normally like someplace that's got water visibility between like 1 foot to 3 foot, which you have in the extremities a lot of times. Even if you're in a clear water lake like Table Rock where I live, you go back into the creek and coves, a lot of times you're going to get that 1 to 3 foot clarity. I go in the back of these flat coves and creeks, these on the nothing looking banks, like the gravelly mud, small rock banks, and just fan cast and saturate that entire back end with these little 1/4 ounce lipless crankbaits. Throw them to the bank, throwing out to the open, wherever. A lot of times what you're going to see is you're going to see shad in the back of these coves and creeks this time of year. You'll see big darks, schools of them out there. Very, very common on any lake that you've got a threadfin or gizzard shad population. There's not a better lure to catch them on than these little 1/4 ounce lipless crankbaits like this Megabass Vibration X. The second scenario I like to fish them on is on windy points. A lot of times in the fall time of the year, you get those windy days. It can be pre-funnel, it could be out of the south, you can get a post-frontal, it could be out of the north. Guys, this is one of the best post-front fall baits that you can throw. If you got a bad front that came through and the air temperature dropped 20 degrees, bluebird skies, and you got 20-mile-an-hour north winds, this is my go-to bait. I go to a little 1/4 ounce vibrating lipless crankbait, and I start running main lake and secondary points with it. They can be, doesn't really matter as far as the angle on it. They can be flat points, they can be steep points, whatever. But when you've got wind and you've got fall time temperatures where that water temperature starting to drop in the 70s and into the 60s, there's something about that little vibration lipless crankbait that really works good, in those situations. It doesn't have to be post front, it can be pre-front before it too. Doesn't have to be sunny, doesn't have to be cloudy, it works in all different conditions. Most of the time with these baits, I'm fishing it on 12-pound test, Seaguar and Vizex line, 7 foot, some type of a medium action rod. I like the 12-pound test line because it allows me to work a variety of depths with it. I can keep the rod tip high and fish it shallow, or I can drop it down if I need to get it into 4 or 5 foot of water on those points. But sometimes if I'm fishing exclusively, like in the very back of the coves and creeks, and I've got a good pattern there and the water's dirty, I may go up to like 17-pound test line. But if I'm mixing it up, it's usually the 12-pound test works pretty good. So anyway, guys, give it a try this fall. Like right now, make sure you got one rod with a little 1/4 ounce lipless crankbait on it. It's going to be a killer deal. It catches numbers of fish, it catches good fish, and it's just a bait that a lot of people do not think about throwing in the fall time of the year. They think lipless crankbaits, in the pre-spawn, that type of stuff, gets fished by a few people, but not very many. So hope that tip helps you guys out. I think it will, and we'll be back soon with another one. See you.